As controversial as this may sound, I know you as a diehard, Sparky Sun Devil, going to have a hard time seeing the benefits to what's gone down at SC. I get this. I think they've won January. Maybe I'm crazy. All right. Maybe I'm just.
Yeah, you'll need to sell me on this one.
Let me try. All right. Let me at least try. I'm not saying I'm going to. I'm not saying I'm going to succeed, but I'm going to try. Here's what I like so much about what's gone down. He identified an issue with Alex Grinch defensively. Now, are they going to alter practice? Are they going to change how they approach spring ball? Are they going to have more physicality in practice? I can't tell you those things. I don't know. But I do know this. I think he's gotten it right with some of the hires he's made defensively. You go and get Danton Lynn, who did a great job at UCLA right down the road in establishing a physical culture that's really aggressive defensively. And then, to add to his staff, he goes and gets a sitting head coach in Matt Entz from North Dakota State. We've already seen what happened at North Dakota State Disciples at Wyoming with Bull. We've seen what happened with Kleiman, obviously at Kansas State. We've seen what happened at Northwestern with what happened there last year. I mean, this North Dakota State's got a pretty sweet coaching tree right now. Well, hey, we'll take the head coach North Dakota State. We'll make him our linebacker coach. That's massive. You go and get a big-time, well-respected defensive line coach, an area that has been a headache for SC for a while, defensive line and second-level defense. And they go and get a guy from the NFL in Eric Henderson, who is the co-defensive coordinator now, and he did an amazing job coaching Aaron Donald and guys with the Rams the last handful of years. He has major bona fides. You also get Doug Belk, who was the defensive coordinator at Houston, who was an up-and-coming riser from the Nick Saban coaching tree. He's coaching the secondary. And you had Jaden Mayava at quarterback, who thought he was going to Georgia. Well, He had a great year at UNLV last year. He's now in the running to maybe be your guy, even though it does feel like the quarterback position based on the bowl game performance is in good hands. So maybe I'm crazy, and I understand this, but it felt like rock bottom for SC there at the end of the regular season. They had a good bowl performance, and now they've fortified their defensive staff. So I'm feeling like the arrow's pointing up for the Trojans. Am I crazy?
So from a staff perspective, you nailed it. He did everything that he had to do to wash away the Alex Grinch era. And that you can't debate. What we didn't talk about during this USC discussion, do they have the players to execute the new defensive mindset? I've talked to several Pac-12 coaches over the years and recently that doesn't believe or didn't believe that USC had any interest in hitting you, or they didn't like getting hit, or they weren't physical like the Pete Carroll days of USC. What's California known for in recruiting? Quarterbacks, receivers, and running backs. That's what they're known for. There are coaches within the country that believe the California player is much different than the Texas player, than the Big Ten player, than the SEC player, which is to say physical with speed. And so has Lincoln found a way to bring in the type of attitude player that he's going to need to succeed with that new defense and to play in the Big Ten? Because I just don't know that the California high school player gets beyond the 7-on-7 now. A lot of quarterbacks, the quarterbacks are legendary. The receivers, legendary. The running backs, 5 stars everywhere. Find me a D lineman. Find me a guy up front. Find me a linebacker. Find me the guys that used to come. Find me a Palomalu, like the guys that used to just beat the hell out of you at USC. Where are they? So I don't know that, look, staff's, you nailed it. Staff's fine. Players. Has that changed? We're going to find out.
A buddy of mine always said it's not very fun to be 320 on the beach. So maybe that's a thing.
I've talked to a couple of high school coaches out there, and they're like, "Man, it's different. It's different out here. You always hear about our quarterbacks. You always hear about our quarterbacks. You always hear about our receivers. Where's the Dallas Turners, right? Where's the Will Anderson Jr.? Where are these dudes Can he get out of California and get them? I mean, it's USC, it's a brand, and they have money. So if they can, then yeah, USC can be back on top. But if you can't win with what you had coming back last year, then you're going to have to convince me that Mayava and those guys are better than Caleb Williams and everybody they just trotted out a year ago.